Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And today I thought I'd jump on and show you how to make a gift card holder. This is a really quick and easy gift card holder, and it actually can be, you can make this from any card. So you can make any cards you have into a gift card holder. I'm going to be using the Perfectly Plaid bundle from Stampin' Up!, which is a bundle that is available in the annual catalog. I went looking on my shelf to see what stamp set, what I could use. And I saw this, and you know, it's always fun to step back and look at some of the stamps that you haven't used in a while. And I love this one. I love anything plaid. So I decided I would pull this out and use it. And it's kind of that time of the year maybe for you where you're starting to wrap gifts. Maybe you've got all your gifts wrapped in there under the tree, but maybe you're starting to wrap gifts and think about some gift card holders, because this is going to be really quick and easy for you to make. All right, let me switch over to my desktop and I will show you how to make any card into a gift card holder. All right, so here is the Perfectly Plaid bundle. Got a bit of a glare. I'm trying to see if I can really move that light. There we go. Okay, so this is the Perfectly Plaid bundle, and then the pine tree die that goes with it. I just love this. I love the tree that is the plaid stamp, and some great sentiments. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. I also pulled out I'm just checking to see that I can see that I'm live. I think I am. Yeah, there I am. Okay, great. All right, so I also pulled out Shaded Spruce. You know, it's kind of funny how you seem to switch over to different colors depending on what's in the catalog. At least I do. And so last year, Shaded Spruce was my go-to color. But this year, it has been more of Evening Evergreen. I have gone through a lot of Evening Evergreen. But for this one, I'm using Shaded Spruce. So I've cut a piece of this Shaded Spruce cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. Put my trimmer away. Okay, I'm going to fold this into the mountain. Fold towards the raised piece from where you scored it. All right, so we'll just give that a good burnish with my bone folder. Now, I've got a piece of basic white. This is going to be on my front. And I've got 2 pieces of Shaded Spruce. Now, these are cut, I believe, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. So this is going to be the front of my card. I'm going to do some stamping on the back. And then this I haven't got cut quite right. So this is going to be for the inside of my cards. This one should be cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I need another piece. So now I've got, this is my scrap. Okay, so that will be for the inside. I'm going to use this one because I need to do some stamping on it. All right, I am going to stamp this plaid tree because I just really like the look of the plaid tree. Cheryl, welcome. Nice to have you on from Australia, where it's probably much sunnier and warmer than it is here where I live. We had snow overnight, so we don't get a lot of snow on the West Coast, but we did overnight, got a bit of snow off and on. All right, I'm using Shaded Spruce. So I'm just gonna cut my tree. Now, this is photopolymer stamp. So if you're stamping with photopolymer, you want to make sure that you use a pad. So I've got a grid paper pad here, or use your piercing mat. So I'm also using soft succulent, kind of mixing the two together. So I'm going to do one tree in Shaded Spruce and one tree. Gosh, those look similar. Maybe I won't do that. I thought that was going to be much lighter. So I think I'm going to do another one. My soft succulent and my shaded spruce are almost the same color. Interesting. There we go. Now I've got two that are in shaded spruce. Hey, Debbie. And trying to see who the other person is that's made a comment. Hey, Kathleen. Oops, here we go. Hey, Kathleen. All right, now I'm just going to take my punch. I love punches, and I'm going to punch out my two trees. One, two. Okay. So these trees, I'm going to, gosh, they're quite large. Maybe I don't need that quite as big. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down. So I had cut these to be 2.5 inch, but I think I'm going to trim these down to be 2.25 inch squares. I didn't realize my trees were not going to be, or were going to be a little bit smaller than I should have thought. All right, so let's just trim these squares down to 2.25 inches. That's what happens when you kind of design on the fly. All right, there we go. That's probably a better size. All right, let's see, that's a little bit better. It's a little nicer. And let's see if I can find some dimensionals. I don't know if the snow is going to stick around. It's we don't, very rarely do we get a white Christmas where I live, but you never know. Hopefully not. I don't really like driving in this, so hopefully it won't stick around. All right, so we're just going to put this on here. Line it up if I can. Hey, Nancy. Did you get snow where you are, Nancy? Nancy lives south of me. All right, so there's my trees. Now I've got this piece. I want to do some stamping on here just to give it some texture. But what am I going to stamp? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to stamp the ho, 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 just as words behind this. This white is seeming to be a little dull in behind. So let's take my shaded spruce. Oh, a lot of rain. Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's raining here now, but it's certainly, we have about, I think there's about 6 inches of snow. All right, I'm just going to take and just start stamping randomly, somewhat randomly. Like this. Just to give it some dimension across on the back, something in behind just to give it some detail. And one more. There we go. Just something on the back of my card base. Yeah, it is a lot of snow. It was very slushy when I went out with the dog this morning, so it's definitely turned to rain. So hopefully it won't last long. Right. So that will be back, and then I can take dimensionals and these on. I'm glad it waited until we got home from Vancouver. We were in Vancouver. Let's see. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We arrived over there to snow. There was no snow here, just really icy. But when we got partway into Vancouver, it definitely was snowing quite heavy. So it's never fun to drive in the snow, especially when you're driving my brother's truck. My brother loaned us his truck to do the moving that we needed to do. And it's a big truck, bigger than I've used to driving. And it was definitely an interesting experience. All right, I'm just going to put these on like this. Okay, so that's the front of my card. I am going to put some rhinestones, but let's work on the back of the card, or on the inside of the card. So for the inside, I've got a piece of... Tracy, I don't know if you have to. I can actually see that you have given... Tracy's asked if you have to give StreamYard permission each time. I didn't think you did, and I can actually see that you've commented. So I don't know if you just gave StreamYard permission or not. I had thought that you did not. I thought once you had given Facebook permission to share your information to StreamYard, you didn't have to. Okay, so this is the inside of the card. I've cut a piece of basic white cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Now, the trick to make any card a gift card is to cut a piece of cardstock. So I've cut this to be 4 inches by 2 inches. And I think somewhere I have, actually this is a hotel key, but this works just like a gift card. So this will fit in here. So I'm just going to take tear and tape adhesive. So again, 4 inches by 2 inches. And I'm just going to take and put tear and tape adhesive along this edge. Now you could make it, you cut it down if you wanted it a little bit smaller, but it's okay. I'm not going to actually put my gift card all the way down into it. So you can turn your gift card. So we'll just peel these off. So as I said, you can make any card into a gift card holder. You don't have to do a fancy fold or anything for a gift card holder. Just take a piece of cardstock that is the width of your inside piece and cut it about 2 inches tall. And then adhere it. Maybe you could even get by with 1 3/4 inches. But I am just going to take and adhere this down. And now, I could have used dimensionals if I wanted to, but this will fit in. So now I've got a gift card holder that fits perfectly. If you wanted to, instead of putting it on the inside of the card like I've done, like this, you could actually put a piece, maybe like that way, piece up here, and then leave sentiment, but leave room for your sentiment on this side. But I'm going to actually adhere this down on this side. Like this. And I think this will actually just fit in that way as well. And then I can stamp my sentiment. All right, so I do want to put a sentiment. Maybe I don't want to put a sentiment. I've got the ho, ho, ho. So let's just put some rhinestones on the front of the card. So I'll use a big rhinestone for the top of each of the trees. And then maybe just some of the little rhinestones on the trees. I know I've said this before. I go through the big rhinestones so quickly and end up with whole sheets almost of the little rhinestones. So it's nice to be able to use those up. Okay, so that's the outside of my card. And for the inside, let's now stamp a sentiment that says, you can tell this stamp is well used. Look how much the color, the pink color is. It's kind of sad when you don't get your stamp sets out like you should. We all move on to our new shiny stamp sets, and we leave the older ones in. Okay, I'm going to take my gift card out so that I get it straight. Like that. Now I can put my gift card holder back in. All right. Quick and easy. You can make it as fancy or not. And yeah, just a great way to create a gift card holder for any card. Managed to drop my my scoring blade out of my trimmer. I will have to get down on my hands and knees and find it when I'm done. Thanks, Darlene. Yeah, hopefully. I love this set too, Debbie. Oh gosh, it was one of my favorites. So I think I have to do some more cards with it before Christmas. I guess I have a week because Christmas is a week today. Yep, Darlene, hope you rewatch it. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And I'm happy to answer them. If you've come in through YouTube, make sure you've subscribed to my YouTube channel so you get notified. If you've come in through Facebook, I always do a notification of when I'm going live. And so you will see that at the time and the day when I'm going live, but I don't have a way to do that on YouTube. So if you subscribe, at least you'll get notified when my live starts. I will be live tomorrow. It will be a little earlier than normal. Normally I go live at 12 noon Pacific on Sundays. It will be about 11. We are going, hopefully, if the snow settles and we don't get any more snow overnight, we are going to the Butchart Gardens. The Butchart Gardens is a beautiful garden south of us in Victoria, and we're going to go and see the Christmas lights. And so I'm excited about that. So I will be live at 11 o'clock Pacific tomorrow, and I hope you'll join me. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Happy stamping.